Welcome to the live stream. This was not planned. Well, it kind of was, but it wasn't. I didn't let anybody know. So let me go down real quick and tweet that out. Tweet. All right, here. All right, cool. We're going to do a unboxing of the August Vegan Cuts snack box today. And I have a couple other things too. Let's see. We have produce, Edwin, audio rendered. Can you guys hear me? Restart your computer. Audio rendering error. Let's just try to... This is bad. Can you guys hear any audio? Audio? Okay. I can't see anything, so it's not showing up for me. It says I have to restart my computer. Good audio. Can you see me? Because I can't see anything over here. All right. Well, I guess we'll keep going. I'll just do this blind. Let me just go over here to my channel. Audio render error. Please restart. That's not good. I got an error that says audio renderer error. Please restart my computer. All right, well, we'll just go. If you guys can see this and I can't, I guess it's just my computer. I'm not going to restart. We're just going to go. We're going to do it. How's everyone doing? Uploaded my Monday video today. If you guys haven't seen it, go check that out. It's deep fried Oreos, fair food. So go give that a watch if you haven't already. Edwin says, just ignore that error message. It seems like that's what I'm going to do. I have no other choice except for restarting my computer and prolonging this. All right, so let's just start off by, I'm just going to say that this video was brought to you by Annie Brand. These are an all-vegan shoe company, and they're what I wear every day. I have the slip-ons on right now, but they also have these amazing high tops. And then they also have low tops, which I don't have in here right now. They're downstairs. And what I like about them is they're very lightweight. They're light. It almost feels like you're not wearing. It says right here they're like a barefoot, eco-friendly style of a vegan shoe, and I like that. They are very fitting to the foot, so I don't really like bulky shoes. Like you're not going to catch me wearing Air Jordans or anything. But so I like these. Annie Brand, as nature intended. If you use my promo code. It's not a coupon code, it's a promo code. So if you use it, it's Zombie Kicks, and $5 will be donated to Mercy for Animals. So you get an awesome pair of shoes, and then the animals get a little bit of help there too. So it's a win-win situation. And I do have a link below if you guys are watching this after the live stream is over with. All right, Eileen is eating veggie pizza with vegetables from the garden. That sounds delicious. I had a veggie sort of kind of pizza earlier today. Who did I gave those to my friend Rachel, and she ate them all, and she got sick because she ate so many. You can't eat too many of those. I mean, I did not try them, but I know that they're good. They smelled good. They look like donuts with Oreos in the middle. I don't skate with Annie Brand because they are the soles are a little bit too thin for that. So you would feel it would hurt your feet. So I don't skate with them. I have skate shoes for that, but I wear them everywhere else. I don't think I would, if I was really roughing it and going hiking or camping, I wouldn't wear them there either. But just on a normal little hike, if the trail's not too bad, I would wear them, or just like a walk or anything like that. I don't wear them running either. I run with running shoes instead. Let's see. She loved them. She loved those Oreos. I still have a little bit of batter left downstairs. If you guys want to come over, I'll make some for you. Could probably make maybe 10 more. Pony. I did wear pony shoes way back in the day. Way back in the day. Decor, hey, how's it going? All right, so the vegan cuts, I'll say it again as I do in every video that I do one of these once a month for vegan cuts. It is it's an all vegan snack box. It's a subscription box, and I've been getting them for quite a while, pretty much since they started the company. And what is inside is a bunch of vegan snacks from all over the place. So the companies have to have a vegan product. It goes in here, and you get sample packs of a variety of different things, and that's good because I think that you can learn about different vegan products. Obviously, you don't have to like everything, and that's good too, because if you find something here you don't like, then you're not going to the store and buying, paying full price for it. You just have a sample of it, and you're like, I don't really care for that, but those, I really like those. So I've learned about so many different vegan products through Vegan Cuts. So we're just going to open it up, and let's see what's inside. What's in the box? What's in this one? Alright, so normally it has, I don't see it in this one. We have lava yogurt. It's a coupon, one free coupon for lava yogurt. Usually there's a card in here, almost like a postcard, and it tells everything that's inside and where to find the different companies and stuff like that. So maybe they forgot this time. This is the first time I didn't get one. And then we have just date syrup. I don't know what this is because I don't think that's a coupon. I think it's just an advertisement. Date syrup. All right, so I've had these in a different Vegan Cuts box before, but for those of you guys that know me know I don't like mushrooms, but here we go. These are savory wild portobello jerky with a sweet balsamic and golden fig. So it's jerky. It's hand-picked, marinated, gently dried, 100% vegan, naturally gluten-free, non-GMO. It says vegan right on the package, and a good source of selenium. How about that? What is this? Let's see. Numa Organic Electrolyte drink. It's a blueberry peach. I don't know. What is it? Vegan, gluten-free, sweet plus do good. So it's organic coconut water and sea salt. I don't really care for coconut water, so that'll go in the maybe I'll give that to John. Maybe if he likes coconut water. Real dried aloe vera mango fruit. It's like almost like a gummy. I think I got these before too, but I haven't tried them. I'm just going to say I don't like this webcam that I got. It was recommended like a few years ago when I bought it, but it's blowing everything out no matter how well I have it lit, or even if I don't. It's just this camera's horrible. If you guys have any good recommendations, I think this is the Logitech 930. It's really bad. I hate it. Cliff has Mojo Crunch Finger Pickin' Barbecue Snack Clusters featuring chili pepper and paprika. And there it is. Hello from Wales. How's it going, Siani? These say almonds, chia seeds, wild rice, quinoa, sorghum, millet, and brown rice are all in there. All right, I definitely need to get a new webcam. This camera is worthless. Let's see. I think it would look better if I just had it on my phone. The zombie atmosphere would actually look good. If we had a nice zombie mist in the background and dark with a little bit of light peeking through, that would be nice. See, the thing is I can't see how it looks. I can't see how this is looking because I have a black screen in front of me. Ghoul World Order says the mushroom jerky sounds pretty damn good. Well, I mean, you can have it. I don't want it. Let's see. This is Paleo Puffs. Oh, I think John had these last time he was over. Himalayan salt and apple cider vinegar. Vegan. There it is. I think he ate these and said that they were really good after he ate the last one, so I couldn't even try one. But I got another one right here. And what is this? Sriracha. The best hot sauce on earth. Get your fix. I know, it's called Fix. And I think I did get this in one of the vegan cuts before. A lot of this stuff is already being on vegan cuts. What's going on, vegan cuts? And then I also got that. The Turmeric Rice. It's gluten-free, and it's just 90 seconds. Cook it on a skillet or in the microwave. White rice, gluten-free, organic, fully cooked, ready to heat. Ready to heat? I'm ready to eat. And then, what is this? This is more of the, okay, so earlier on, the first thing that I pulled out, that date syrup, here it is, date syrup. We actually got some. And then the last thing in here is Fruit Bliss mini figs, soft and juicy, organic and dried figs. Figs are not my favorite thing either. I don't know if I'm very excited about this box as far as things that I like. But there it is. That's the Vegan Cuts box of... Usually, I feel like they're usually bigger than this. So maybe that was just a bad month, or maybe they forgot to put some stuff in mine because there wasn't a card in it either. Anyway, they're usually really... It's heavy. But there it is. Vegan Cuts, open the door to vegan. And I do have a link below if you guys want to find that Vegan Cuts box. And then, of course, I have this package right here. Let's open this and see what's inside. My ribs are showing. See? That's what happens when you're a zombie. Okay, this smells like a new shirt. So let's open it up and see what kind of new shirt it is. First of all, it's printed on Next Level Apparel, which I use sometimes because it's a very comfortable shirt. Okay, so this shirt, however, nobody knows I'm vegan. Does anybody know whose shirt this is? Well, I mean, it's mine now, but do you know who designed the shirt? Whose shirt is this? Let's see it. One of you guys know. Hey, Leslie. And then on the back it says, hashtag, did I mention I'm vegan? So, there you go. My new vegan shirt. Anyway, this is No Egg Craig's shirt. No Egg Craig sent me this shirt, and I gave him a vegan zombie shirt. So, I'll add that to my Vegan Tea Thursday collection. And then, yeah, so some of you guys guessed it right. No Egg Craig. And as for unboxing, I think that's it. So if you guys want to talk about anything, I'm here for a little bit. If not, then we'll end the stream. And again, go to my last video that I posted. I posted a cooking video, and it is the deep fried Oreos. So I took fair food and we veganized it. Let's see. Perpetually annoyed, the only vegan in Wisconsin. Well, sometimes it feels that way, doesn't it? I've never been to Kentucky. I've been to a lot of the U.S. states, but there are a few that I have not been to. Mainly in the mid lower, but not all the way low, because I've been all the way down over to Texas, all the way back to Florida, and all the way up to New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. You like the ET in the background? That's Dee Wallace. She signed that for me at a Scaricon a few years ago. How was the fair? I went there and I worked at Strong Hearts on the opening night. I don't like going to the fair. There's too many people. And so I basically hid in Strong Hearts and I worked there. It was fun, but then, going there, walking through the huge crowd, because I parked like a mile away. So I had to walk through it, and then I had to walk through it on the way home, which I did a live stream for, me and John, when we were leaving. What was my last non-vegan meal? The last non-vegan meal I was eating at Taco Bell, and I had some vegetarian burritos. And that was September 23rd, 1994. So this marks my 25-year anniversary of going vegan. The last meat that I ever ate was Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that was 1990, when I was a little kid. So chicken was the last meat I ate, and Taco Bell cheese was the last non-vegan product that I ate. Yeah, you'd be surprised. There's vegans everywhere. Usually there's like vegan meetup groups and stuff. Go onto like Facebook and check out your town and see if there's like a vegan, whatever your town is, group. There's actually a few here in Syracuse and Central New York, and then adjoining cities and stuff that I'm in. But if there's not one, maybe you should form one, create one. See if you can get other people in the area to check it out. Go vegan. Can I have a competition? Shana's wants to know if I can have a competition where the prize is a T-shirt straight off my back. Sure. I think we did that once when we were in Germany. It wasn't like a competition, but somebody really wanted one of their shirts, and we didn't have any more except for the one we were wearing. And then I think we gave them that one. Would I rather vegan food that tastes like meat or just like veggies? Greetings from Chile. Love your videos. I don't know how to answer that because I just like food that tastes good. So yeah, I guess it just all depends. If it tastes good, then I want it. But I didn't really like most foods that weren't vegan before I went vegan. Like I wasn't like a big on meat. I never really enjoyed eating meat. So yeah, and a lot of meats, by the way, well, not so much the texture of the meat, but the flavors of a lot of meats are flavored with vegan things. Vegan condiments, vegan spices, vegan herbs, vegan sauces, vegan marinades. And so a lot of people overlook that. But yeah. Carla says you can have KFC again. Yeah, so did everybody see that KFC just came out with vegan chicken, Beyond Meat vegan chicken? So first of all, that just like Burger King, that's amazing. I think that you're going to start seeing a lot more non-vegan places start to carry vegan options. Good vegan options like this. See, here's my thing. Like I'm too afraid to go there and eat. I would not eat at KFC. The same reason I wouldn't eat at Burger King. But I hope that at some point they put those in the store so I could actually try them. I just don't want KFC to prepare my food. Sorry. Hey, Weave Magic. Art says you look like Jared Leto. I get that a lot. Usually once or twice a week somebody says that in one of my comments or something. So much that I did a comparison picture before and I tagged him in it. I was like, "Come on, Jared, let's do a video together." Siani wants to know if I'm still eating SOS free. Okay, so I had a small little mistake back then. Like I thought it was anyway, I don't weed out salt. So I do consume salt. But I don't do oil, and yeah, and I feel great. The only exceptions are when I'm trying like a new food that might have something in it that I normally wouldn't eat, but 99% of the time I stay away from oil and processed foods, and I make my own foods. I process them myself. Art says, I heard Jared Leto is also vegan. It's questionable because he has said in interviews that he was vegan and he's been vegan for a long time. But in other interviews, he said that he's not, that sometimes he cheats. And I also have some friends that have worked for him as they were his personal chef and stuff like that. So, it seems that that he, for the most part, does eat vegan, but I don't know if he's an actual vegan. Because there are occasions that people have said that, or he has said himself that he's a chegan. So I don't know. Not to mention when he was playing the part of, what's his name? What's that guy's name that shot John Lennon? I forgot his name. Anyway, when he played that part, he was eating like Ben and Jerry's just because he had to put on a lot of weight, and it made him sick. Beth, that's a long time vegan there. That's awesome. Did they ever say I look Jared in public? What do you mean? Yeah, I've had people say that to me, to my face. What do we have here? I can't see any of the... Oh, you know what? Oh, here we are. Okay, now I can see who's watching, or I can see how many people are in the chat. Mark Chapman, yes. No, not Hinckley. Hinckley tried to shoot President Reagan for Jodie Foster. Is it Mark David Chapman? That happened right outside where I used to live when I was in New York City. Yeah, Ariana Grande. Yeah, there's not a lot of celebrities claim to be vegan for whatever reason and really aren't. But I mean that's pretty common. So there are certain celebrities that are vegan, diehard vegan. Some of the ones that I know of are Woody Harrelson and Moby and There's more. I can't think of them right off the top of my head. But a lot of celebrities have said that. Like Ellen said she was vegan and everybody supported her as a vegan. But she wasn't a vegan. The dogs are downstairs. I'm up in the office right now. Andy goes crazy when the mailman comes here. I mean, he's like, his bark is so loud it hurts my ears. And whenever the mailman comes up, he just goes crazy. And I was actually right next to Indy today when I saw the mailman approach, and Indy didn't see him. So I knew it was only a matter of seconds before the mailman would put the mail in the mailbox and Indy would go crazy. So I grabbed Indy by the ears and I started rubbing him. I'm like, "You're such a good boy." And I'm making all kinds of noise in his ears and rubbing his ears. And he did not hear the mailman. And we saved ourselves from a loud bark. Let's see. Mike Tyson was vegan at one point. I don't think he is anymore. There's a lot. Joaquin Phoenix is a vegan. I actually met one of his family. I'm friends with one of his family members who has been vegan 40 plus years. And I met her on the vegan cruise. She's actually River Phoenix's godmother. And so she told me all about those stories and stuff. So that was cool, meeting somebody that's been vegan that long. She was actually in Stand By Me, too. Let's see. Have I ever watched the Pickup Limes vegan YouTube channel? You know, I don't know. It sounds familiar, but I don't know. Pickup Limes. Yeah. I mean, I have mixed feelings on like the celebrity vegan thing because, well, for one, you have people that are very influencing others to hopefully go vegan and adopt a vegan lifestyle or very least plant-based. And then there are vegans that claim to be vegan, but they're actually really not, and then it kind of screws everybody up. For instance, you go to a restaurant or something and somebody might not have a complete grasp on what vegan is, but they saw Ellen eating eggs and claiming to be vegan, so they make your food thinking that, I mean, I think it's less common nowadays because a lot of people know what vegan is, but it just happened recently that there are places that don't know what vegan is. And I've been to Veg Fest where there's been vendors there that weren't sure what vegan was, and sure enough, they were vending something that wasn't vegan, and then the organizers of the fest have to go talk to them and say, no, this has to be all vegan. Those are the rules, and it's kind of hard for me to imagine, but some people still don't know what vegan is, but I think the vast majority of people do. Hopefully. I am going to bake some bread soon. In fact, I don't know if I should say it, because if I say it, then I have to do it. Yeah, maybe I won't say it. But anyways, yeah, I'll be baking some bread soon. I've never been to New Zealand. I want to go to New Zealand. And of course, the first thing that made me think about going to New Zealand was, checking out some of the places that they filmed Lord of the Rings. Even though they had to take it all down. I wish they could have just left it there. Edwin, are hunters better than factory farm supporters? Yeah, that's a hard one to talk about, but logically, I would say yes. And I don't agree with hunting, but if you think about it, and you're thinking logically about it, about the, which is worse, obviously a factory farm is going to be much worse for an animal that lived its whole life free to do whatever it wanted until that one hunter took it down and ate it. So, yeah, I would say that I've always thought that logically it's the lesser of two evils, but I don't support it either way because we don't need to hunt. I guess if there was a situation that'd be different, but we don't need to hunt today, at least not here. Yeah, the whole thing with the Amazon going on right now. A lot of people don't realize why it's burning. It's not like wildfires here in the United States that are just happening. The rainforest is actually being burned by people that are deliberately setting the fires to clear land for animal agriculture. So if there wasn't a demand for meat and animal products, then it wouldn't be on fire. The Bolsonaro, the president, is allowing this to happen. The other thing that I think a lot of people misunderstand is that the Amazon are the lungs of the planet. The Amazon makes a lot of oxygen, but we don't breathe that oxygen. Unless you're there in the Amazon, you're not sharing the same oxygen. It goes right back to the rainforest. So, yes, it makes a whole lot of oxygen, but that oxygen goes right back into the rainforest. It's not like that oxygen is made for the rest of the planet. I think that's a big misconception. So, yeah, there's like a lot of things people can do. So if you're an environmentalist or something like, you're an environmentalist but you're not vegan, I mean it's an oxymoron. You need if to be a true environmentalist, you need to be vegan, and that's the single best thing that any person can do for the environment, for the planet, because this is the only planet, the only home that we have. The only home that we've ever had. Race lever is going to import Amazon oxygen. If you can bottle that up, maybe you could sell it. Bottle it up. How about a Molotov cocktail of Amazon air? That probably was really loud for you guys. Sorry, I hit the microphone. No oxygen, no fire. If you bottle it all up and take it out of there, that's correct. We'll be just like Mars. No oxygen, no fire, no life, no trees, no us. So yeah. Did they discuss it at the G7? You mean the one where Trump just got back from? I'm not sure. I don't know. Well, I'd love to go to New Zealand. There's probably, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's probably less deadly creatures in New Zealand than Australia. Is that correct? They do. But I think, so Beth says that tropical rainforests are often called the lungs of the planet because they generally draw in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. But I think people hear that and they think that this part of the world makes the oxygen for the rest of the world, which is not true. But yes, you are exactly correct there. I think people that are really greedy like this, they probably think in their head, what do I have to lose? The earth is going to be fine for the remaining time I have here. And they very selfishly just don't care because they're not going to be around when the earth is completely depleted from everything that they have today. No? I'm reading. I'm reading. I get like notifications from AOL Mail, and after Taylor Swift, it says Trump greeting Justin Trudeau at G7 goes viral. So is that not the same one? Because according to this, he was there. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Siani needs to go to sleep. Hope to see you in the UK sometime. Good night. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. I know it's kind of late over there right now because it's like 7 o'clock over here. Kiwis do have an accent, so it can be deadly to one's ears. Trump. Yeah, I have a few different email addresses. One of them being AOL, my first one that I ever had. I think I've had that for like 25 years or so, probably more than that. Well, I think what vegans are doing is they're trying to, by way of example, make other people go vegan. And let me tell you, since I went vegan till today, the world knows way more about veganism than they did 25 years ago, and more people are going vegan. But the populations are getting bigger and bigger. But you can't put all that on just vegans because we're all here. Vegans are a small percentage of the population, and hopefully it starts changing, and we're seeing some of that with some of these huge companies like we were talking about earlier, Burger King and KFC, starting to implement huge like vegan products there at their place. And I think that's going to change the mindset of the people that aren't vegan, that are going there, that are eating this kind of food, to say, well, my whole idea that veganism was just bland and blah, and then they're sitting there eating something like this new vegan chicken and the Impossible Whoppers and the Beyond Burgers and stuff, and they're saying, wow, I never thought it could be this way. So that's going to turn them on to trying more things that are vegan, and it's supply and demand. It's what people, if there was no demand for it, these forests would not be set on fire. And it's mainly for animal agriculture. We have to grow a lot of, especially soy and other things, just to feed animals, way more than goes to vegan food. Burger King hasn't implemented any vegan products. No, but they have implemented products that are not contributing to cows being murdered and slaughtered and tortured. So that's a good thing. And if it changes somebody's mind at Burger King going there and eating it, to say, hey, maybe I can try some other vegan products, then I support that. I'd rather those be there than not be there, is what I'm trying to say. The problem with that is not everybody has the ability and the time to grow their own food. Times have changed to a time when we had to grow our own food to a time when nobody knows how. Yes. Oh, and also, I mean, I wouldn't. So when Beyonce had what, 112 million followers, and she urged everybody to go vegan, even though she was plant-based. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of people there that were inspired to go vegan and try it out, and see if they could adopt the lifestyle. So that was huge too. So it's these celebrities that have this huge impact. Too bad more celebrities wouldn't go vegan and really embrace it and just shout out to everybody that follows them. Are BK's fries cooked in animal fats or oils? I don't believe so, but I don't eat there, so. Laura, I did get your package. I haven't opened it yet. I was waiting to do it on Insta Story. Plant-based. Well, same difference. She's telling people to go try plant food instead of eating meat and dairy. So that's definitely more than a lot of other people are doing. So like I've said before, I don't care why people go vegan. Once they're vegan, your job is to move on to inspire other people to go vegan as well. His dog pulls carrots from the ground. That's cool. Carrots are like my dog's favorite treat. Indy the pup is equally to anything. Indy, and he loves his carrots. Beyonce is not promoting veganism, period. Yeah, well, she's not promoting veganism, but half of her company is a vegan company. She's one of the, I don't know how much stake she has in the company, but my friend Marco owns it. I think she's a co-owner of it, 22 Day Nutrition. It's a vegan company, and Beyonce uses the plant-based diet to get in shape, and she promoted that to people. And whereas she might not be a vegan herself, other people can see it as themselves going vegan, and that's what matters to me. If she's promoting this to 112 million people, there's going to be people that are going to check it out and stick with it and actually go vegan. So in a way, she is absolutely promoting veganism by doing so. Yeah, I'd rather have her doing what she's doing than other people not doing anything at all. So yeah, that's something is better than nothing. So absolutely, I disagree. Yes. Thanks, Linda. I know I'm correct. I think things through. I think logically. But yeah, people are going to disagree all they want, but I'd rather have people out there with that much pull promoting eating plants and not eating animals. And that's exactly what she did. Maybe she's not a vegan and she's not ethical, but if she's out there promoting something to literally 112 million people, obviously 112 million people probably are not going to see that because Instagram sucks, but there's going to be millions of people that see that, and then a certain percentage of them are actually going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to try this out, and then a certain percentage of them are going to say, you know what, I like this, and I feel a lot better, and I feel great, and I'm going to continue on it, and then she just created more vegans in this world. So that's a fact. We're going on 45 minutes already. So wow, this is, usually these vegan cuts box, it's like just a small amount of the video. It's like 10 minutes, and then the rest of the video is Q&A. Correct. Cameron, bad day today. How are you? I'm good, Cameron. Sorry to hear that you're having a bad day. Hopefully it gets better. Well, here, let me chime in here. I think there's a lot of reasons to go vegan, and I don't think there's any one certain reason to be a vegan. And I've been telling people this all my life. There's so many reasons that I'm vegan and no reasons not to be vegan. So I take all those reasons and I've even tried to look, is there a reason not to be vegan? And I've never found a reason not to be vegan personally. But yeah, there's a ton of reasons to be vegan. And I don't think there's any one certain reason that is better than another reason. I think all of them are great. And once a person goes vegan, like I said, I'm not judgmental. I'm not going to judge somebody for why they went vegan, but the fact is that they are vegan. And if they're vegan and they identify with being vegan and they follow that lifestyle, then that's cool with me. Rachel is roasting some potatoes to go with field roast burgers. Are you talking about the field burgers? Yeah, we actually just talked about the Amazon being burned. Yeah. Levant says, I keep preaching to my family to go vegan, but they don't seem to care. So I did that for all the years that I was first vegetarian and then vegan. So that's a total of almost 30 years. And finally, the majority of my family is finally vegan. So don't ever give up on that. It took a long time, but they finally did it. It's just my dad now, and I'm actually happy to see, like, he ate some of the mac and cheese I made the other day. So and then he ate the brownies my mom made. My mom made like an avocado-based brownie, and he ate those too. So he's definitely coming through. What if I battered and deep fried apple slices with the leftover batter? That still wouldn't be, to me, that wouldn't be any more healthy than the Oreos. Hi from soggy Florida. Is it really that soggy right now? Hi, Nancy. I miss Florida. Do I? Kinda. Sometimes. Well, if somebody was wearing leather shoes, well, I guess if they were vegan, if they just went vegan and they were still wearing leather shoes, that'd be one thing. But if they were vegan and they were still buying leather, then that would be another thing. So I would say that maybe they're not fully educated, or they just are plant-based, not vegan. So, because veganism is not exploiting animals. So yeah, so that was kind of Beyonce's thing, saying that she was vegan but still wearing fur. So. But here's what I think about health reasons here. I want to be as healthy as I can because I know what I'm doing is helping animals, and I'm helping people go vegan. And I know that for a fact because I have people tell me this all the time. And as the years go on, more and more people tell me this, that I've inspired them or helped them in some way to go vegan. And that translates to helping animals as well. Not to mention the farm sanctuaries that I'm involved with and fundraisers that I've helped do to help these animals. So if I was in poor health and I didn't care about my health and I died, let's say 20 years prematurely than I normally would have, well, that's 20 years of me not being active to help animals. So I think that it all ties together, and health is very important, and health is important for you and for the animals. So if you're going vegan for the animals and health, well, their health is primary importance right there, because if they don't have their health if we're eating them, but your own health too. If you are an advocate for animals, then you want to be around for the long run. And if you're not healthy and you're dying before, or you're not able to do any activism because you're sick or whatever, then you got to think about it that way too. So everything impacts everything else. And health is definitely one of the things that you can go vegan for. And obviously, by just being vegan, you're helping the environment. More so than I'd say somebody that wasn't vegan, but maybe that was zero waste, a zero waste non-vegan. You're doing more for the environment and animals as being a vegan than they are. Health has everything to do with deep frying. That's why when you deep fry, you don't eat it. You just smell it, look at it, cut it in half and take a picture. Cameron wants to know, am I still making a movie? Actually, go to if you're a Kickstarter supporter, go to my Kickstarter, and I have a brand new update on that. Where is Craig? I actually just talked to Craig a few hours ago. I don't know where he is. He's probably home. Well, so Zachary says, the catch-22 of vegan health is so frustrating. Stay in good health. Veganism is suddenly only for health obsessed. Catch a case of the sniffles. See, veganism isn't healthy. Yeah, people will do anything they can to try to debunk or take down veganism. And where were these people like years ago before vegan was in the mainstream? Nobody said anything about me back then. And everybody just said, hey, you never get sick. You're really healthy. Oh, I wish I could do that. But now veganism has kind of broken through the mainstream, and we're seeing more and more vegans growing every day. But with that, we're also seeing a lot of anti-vegans trying to tear other vegans down however they can. I don't know if you guys remember. Well, I just did a live stream on my second channel, and I'm not going to say who it was, but an anti-vegan carnivore did a video about me and basically said everything so wrong, but tried to tear me apart in the video, which was quite amusing, but also kind of a little bit frustrating because everything was so wrong. Basically saying I look like I'm on death's door. Look how unhealthy I look. They feel so sorry for me because I'm prematurely aging. I look like I'm in my early 30s, when in fact, they thought I was 25, by the way, but I'm actually almost 44. So that was a pretty funny comment right there. That I just look horrible. The one that actually got me, though, which kind of, they said I had a dad bod, which I Googled, and I definitely don't have a dad bod. But somebody said that. And one person found out that I was actually the person that was like, oh, well, he looks like he's in his 30s, way too old. Somebody said, oh, well, he's actually 44. So then the next person chimed in, no, he looks like he's 50. They're gonna do anything they can to try to take people down. By the way, and that was a video. They were talking about my video. They were commentating over my video. And it was a video that I did, kind of a satire, which, by the way, they took that out at the end of the video. They conveniently edited that part out. But in that video, I ate all whole foods, oil-free, healthy foods, and it was the protein video where I showed how much protein you can actually get as a vegan when you're basically not even really trying. And just everything. So he just said, all this was bad for you. All the foods I was eating were bad for me. Fresh basil, toxic. Come on. This guy had to have been like early 20s or whatever, telling people how unhealthy I am as a vegan. Whereas I've been vegan longer than he's been alive. So take that. Who are you going to believe? Somebody that's just coming up with this mumbo-jumbo pseudoscience, or somebody that's actually done it for a quarter of a century? By the way, I have my blood results, and I'm going to be doing a video on that soon. I kind of just wanted to wait until September, which is next week, so I can actually say this is my anniversary of being vegan for 25 years. But I have the blood results, and I will be doing a video on that. What happens to somebody when you don't eat animal products for 25 years? We'll find out. Straight Edge Vegan Bell. Oh, Straight Edge Vegan Bell's here. Hey, Straight Edge. So, yeah, Straight Edge. Straight Edge for the win. Oh, yeah, somebody in the comments said I had a dad bod and I looked horrible and I must have no testosterone. In the video, by the way, I do a 5K in the morning and then I go to the gym with No Egg Craig, and they're saying that I have no strength and I'm barely able to lift anything, and here I am doing like I do like 10 pull-ups in a row and 10 dips, and I mean, come on. My brother who's like 8 years younger than me is in the military, and he has to do his physical fitness, and he's kind of worried about that. He's got to do his physical fitness, and so I'm like, well, he's got to start running because he's got to do a certain amount, like a mile and a half in a certain amount of time. So I was like, well, how much time do you have to do it? I want to know if I can do it. And he's like, well, you'd have more time because you're older than me, so they would give you more time. I'm like, yeah, but I want to know how much time you have. So I found out how much time he had, and I went the other night and I ran a mile and a half and I did it. And I was like, wow, that was intense, but I did it. So I was kind of happy that I was able to do it. Like the people that are 8 years younger than me in that age bracket. Well, maybe I should say that I'm actually 43 because saying 44 makes me feel a little bit older than I actually am. But yeah, like in a few months I'll be 44. I don't like to round up these days, but in that case I was like, all right, yeah, okay. I'm almost in my mid 40s, and you guys are like completely they were very mean-spirited too. It's like, okay, and they said a lot of mean things about Craig because Craig was in it as well. They said my eyes were disgusting. I look like, well, there was one good compliment that I thought was good. Somebody said I look like a vampire from Skyrim, and I'm like, well, I love vampires, so thank you. But they said I look like I have no life in my eyes and all kinds of stuff. And that's kind of weird because ever since I was a little kid, I used to get compliments about my eyes, like that I had really nice looking eyes. And now I'm hearing like I look like I'm on death's door. My eyes look disgusting. I look like I have no soul. Like, I mean, this was really bad. And like, I'm not going to say who did this video because I don't want this person to get any views from me. So, but they probably will end up, because that's what people want. They want those drama videos. Will I ever move from Syracuse? I don't know. I have not. I've lived in other places. Like I've lived in Florida. I've lived in Washington D.C. I've lived in New York City. I've lived in other parts of New York. Yeah. I travel a lot, so I came to the conclusion that that I like living here because this is where my family is, but at the same time I can just travel wherever I want. So I can just get on a plane and go out to LA, which is what I normally do, or I can just at the spur of the moment usually get in a car and drive somewhere. So I can travel pretty much wherever, and I like that. I like that I can just do that and come back home to the home base, Yeah, I guess it'd be different if I had no family here, but my parents and brothers my sister lives in like the DC area, but she comes home all the time too. Would I ever do a video consider doing a video on my best favorite horror movies? Yeah, I think I did one of those last Halloween, or was it a couple Halloweens ago. I gave you my top horror movies, and then I gave you my top zombie movies, stuff like that. I can tell you right now, my favorite horror movie is Bram Stoker's Dracula, just because I love vampires so much. But the most watched movie, the movie I've watched more than any other movie ever is it's got to be Interview with a Vampire. I was obsessed to the point where I was watching it every day. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Cameron just moved back home to Hawaii. Where in Hawaii? I visited Maui back in like 2006. It was pretty cool. I went to the top of Mauna Kea. Do I feel drawn to California? I really like California. I feel like I get so much work done when I'm out there. I really like it, but I hate the traffic, and I just want to be back home here and get in my car and be able to drive somewhere, and that's nice that I can just get in my car and drive. Whereas California, it just takes forever to get anywhere. But usually my friend Cesar drives around when I go out there, so I do all the videos, and we go and we have, you guys have seen the videos. We have a good old time. Dan is making the deep fried Oreos now. Cool. You can also make like donuts and stuff with that. It's pretty good batter. Nancy, exactly. I did notice in this video, instead of actually critiquing the video, they were being very mean spirited and just saying like really bully things, it just wasn't cool. Hey, Chris, what's up? Doing pretty good. Would I go to a concert where people are smoking cannabis? That's one of the reasons I don't like going to concerts. I don't want to smell that, but also I don't like being around crowds of people. So in order for me to go to a concert, it would have to be one of my top favorite bands that I just really, really want to see. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother going. Yeah, where was I? I was just somewhere where I think I smelled it at the fair the other day when I was walking back through the parking lot to my car. But in California, you smell weed everywhere you go. Like if you're out walking around, like you smell it. Jaded says, is there a one-stop shop online tomorrow? Vegan products? I don't know what you mean by tomorrow. But there's like vegan essentials where they have all kinds of vegan products and you can just order whatever and they'll ship it to you. By the way, if you guys are interested in vegan essentials, I'm friends with the owners, and you can have a vegan zombie. Vegan zombie is a promo code, I think. Vegan zombie. You can get a discount there. But they have all kinds of stuff. I think they're one of the people where you can actually get Vago bars if you live in the United States, because these are only in like Europe and Germany. They're made in Germany, which we were going to go to the place where they made these when I was at, I think it was the last place that we did our German book tour. I think it was Mayans, and they were just down the street, but we never made it because we couldn't coordinate something. I think it might have been a weekend or something. Oh, that sucks. The state I grew up grocery shopping on just passed the whole non-animal meats can't be labeled. Yeah, that's bull. If they ever outlaw, I mean, that's just, I think that's borderline against our First Amendment to do that. But anyway, if they ever did that, I would go above and beyond to call them that in my videos. I was thrilled when Anne Rice made Lestat a rock star with his like perfect voice and rock star image. The Vampire Lestat was my favorite book. Straight edge vegan milk says in my state it is illegal. It's illegal here too in New York. What state are you in? Straight edge. It's funny because my friends used to call me straight edge back in the day. Yo, straight edge, what up? Vegan Essentials does not have a storefront. It's all an online store, and they're in Wisconsin. Chrissy from the other Liverpool. Okay, yeah. So I live in Liverpool, New York, and you live in the UK. Yes, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Gary Oldman is, oh my God, that's so good. So, a couple of my favorite lines from that movie are, "Listen to them, the children of the." I'm not gonna. I can really get into that character, but I'm not gonna right now. The children of the night. What sweet music they made, and also I've crossed oceans of time to find you. Those are amazing. Anyway, it's almost that time of year. Fall is coming. It's got that Halloween in the air. And if you don't live in a country that has Halloween, but you can still kind of like have that, that spookiness of fall, I think. Yeah, cigarette smoke is the worst. That should be outlawed. Especially in the winter, if you live in a state or in a region where it gets really cold and snowy, smoke sticks right on your clothes. Chris says, "I'm cancer-free for 6 years and then quit the." Well, congrats on that. That's awesome. What is my first memory of horror films and what got me into horror films? Um, well, I seem to I loved Halloween and I always loved scary things, and I wasn't allowed to watch horror movies. See, I have a friend that her parents made her watch horror movies with, and she hates horror movies to this day. But for me, I wasn't allowed to watch horror movies, and I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again while I got you guys here. So I was pretty young. It had just come out. Let me just Google to make sure exactly when this was. Okay, so I was about 8 years old, 8 or 9 probably. I was still pretty little, and I remember seeing what I could of some horror movies, but the first one that I remember looking at a TV guide, because we used to have TV guides with our little TVs where you would turn the dial to go to the next channel. And there was a movie called, the light just went out over there. It just blinked on. I think the horror is coming in now. It's happening. So it was called Children of the Corn. Okay, it's a Stephen King book made into a movie, and I wanted to watch it. And my mom's like, "No, absolutely, you cannot watch that." I'm like, "Please, can I watch this?" And she's like, "No, you can't watch it. No, you'll have nightmares. I promise, no, please. Look, it says it's on at 4 a.m. Can I watch it?" She's like, so you got to understand, at that age, I had no idea what sarcasm was. But she says, 4 a.m.? Sure, you can watch it. Okay? That's all I needed to hear. She was being sarcastic. I didn't know that. So I took my alarm clock, which was a wind-up Mickey Mouse alarm clock, and I put it for like 3:50 a.m. And then it went off, and I stopped it. I was so excited. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to go watch Children of the Corn." So I woke up my little brother, who's only like 5, and I'm like, "Pat, come on, let's go watch Children of the Corn." Okay. So we grab our blankets. Now, our family room was downstairs from where our bedrooms were. So we walk all the way downstairs, and we get all comfortable, and we turn on Children of the Corn. And then about 5 or 10 minutes, that's all it really takes is 5 or 10 minutes. 5 or 10 minutes into the movie, my mom peeks her head down through the little divider, and she's like, "What are you guys doing? What time is it?" I'm like, "Oh, it's like 4 in the morning. We're watching Children of the Corn." "What? Get up here." I got yelled at. She went down there. She turned off the TV. "You two get up to bed right now." We got in so much trouble, but I never watched Children of the Corn again growing up until maybe 5 years ago. And I'm like, okay, so what was this all about anyway? All I remember is Malachi. What is this about? So I turned it on and I watched the first 10 minutes and I'm like, that's what I watched when I was little. That's pretty crazy. I watched that when I was little. Because if you guys know Children of the Corn, that at the very beginning, if you haven't seen it, that's not for little kids to watch. So that's what I watched with my little brother. So that was the first horror movie that I remember watching when I wasn't supposed to watch it. And I also remember watching, and I think it was just what it was. It was a movie of a hand. I think Michael Caine was in it, and it was just a severed hand that was going around strangling people and killing people. And I would always like try to scare my little brother with it. I'd be like, Pat, don't look now. The hand is behind you. And then I'd run. Yeah, I loved horror. And then I'll just tell one last story. One last story for horror, if you guys are still with me. All right, so the last one was I was about 13, 14 now. Nightmare on Elm Street had come out. I heard all about it from all my friends that could watch it, but I wasn't allowed to. And I went to my parents dropped me off to my grandparents, and they were watching me for the night. And my grandfather was like pretty much like OCD about filming everything. So he had like a card catalog of VHS tapes filled with like every movie that was out there. He would record everything, and he'd have cases and cases of drawers, and it would all be meticulously in order. And he would have this like notepad where he'd have every movie, and it would say where it is. Like this one was labeled A1 or B1, and he'd open it up, and there it was, and that was the tape. So he had like every movie. He had more than a Blockbuster. And okay, so I wanted to watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and my parents were like, no, you can't. No, you'll have nightmares. I'm like, come on, Mom. And then my grandfather was like, I'll let him watch it. And then they're like, okay, fine. Don't come crying to me if you have nightmares. I'm like, I'm not going to. I'm not going to be scared of this. It's just a movie. So they left, and now I'm at my grandfather. My grandfather puts in Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm like, oh, yeah. And everybody leaves, and I'm watching Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm like, oh, no, what did I get myself into? You know, this is pretty scary back in, like, the 80s watching Nightmare on Elm Street. So it comes time to go to bed, and everybody that knows Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my God, I can't even sleep. This is scary. Like Freddy only kills kids, and I'm a kid, and he only kills you when you're sleeping, and I have to sleep. Like this is pretty scary. So anyway, but that was it. Like I loved horror after that. Anyway, Mardane, I hope that I didn't make you nauseated from my stories. Let's see. I think my brother was too. I think my brother was supposed to be a Halloween baby, but instead he was born on like the 3rd of the November. Yeah, Mel, Nightmare on Elm Street was scary for if you were a kid. I mean, it's not scary anymore, but back then, I mean, I think people are so desensitized now because there's so much out there, but back then, it was scary. Can I interview the lady who makes the vegan cakes, E.T. and Gremlin? I don't know. I could ask. Now I'm going to have that song in my head. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. The Vegan Rebel. Should I make it the Vegan Rebel on my second channel? Oh, so you have the same birthday as my brother. So my brother, the one that was in that story I just told you about, that was him. His birthday's on the 3rd. Oahu. Never been to Oahu, but you guys got some great vegan spots. I'll be telling some more Halloween scary stories on my second channel soon, like in these next coming months. Next month in October, you know. Yeah. So we've been on for a little over an hour, I believe. It should tell me somewhere. Oh, right here. Okay. Yeah. Hour and 16 minutes. So, any other questions or anything? I do know Zeke's birthday. It's in November 30th. And he will be 2 on November 30th this year. Ooh, November 8th was a notable date for me. So I moved away from home. This is kind of weird. I moved away from home to go to Florida on November 8th, 1995. And coincidentally, not even trying to make this happen, I moved back home November 8th, 1997, which was kind of weird. Yeah, I did have friends, but one of them moved back to the contiguous United States. But I do have a friend that lives in Hawaii that I could go stay with probably. For Halloween, I usually am a vampire every year. I got my fitted teeth right here, actually. And I think last year I went trick-or-treating with my brother and Katie. But other than that, like, I usually hide away somewhere. It's weird because, like, I love all the days leading up to Halloween, but then when Halloween comes, it's like, for me, it's like so disappointing and it's over with. So I like, it's not my favorite day. All the days before that are my favorite day. Oh yeah, Whole Foods plans. Thanks for helping John and Kristen set up their channel. Yeah, so go check out John and Kristen's channel now. So if you guys don't know John, like, so some people come back and watch the channel that are always like, "What happened to John? Where's John?" Well, John has his own channel now. So if you go to my main page, his channel will be on the featured channels on the side. The Vegan Homestead. Definitely go check him out. He does videos with his wife. So, and if you guys didn't hear already, I'm going to try to stick to a schedule where I upload on this channel every Monday and Thursday, and then live streams on my second channel every Wednesday, and then any other videos that I want to put up, whatever, I'll put on the other channel as well. And I'm just going to see how that works out for a little while. This might not be for good forever, but for now, I'm going to see how that works out. Oh yeah, me and Craig are always doing future collabs. In fact, we were just talking about one today that we're gonna do. We're gonna do kind of like a food challenge. So my hair's falling up, coming apart right there. We're gonna do like an eating challenge. It's gonna be fun. There's a terrible troll on that. What channel? We have 88 people watching. That's the speed you have to go in the DeLorean to go back to the future. That's funny because I was just watching our first video ever on the Vegan Zombie. And at the very end, John's like, check us out on our website and our MySpace. That was a long time ago. Because I was trying to pull up old videos because, I found the video of him actually singing Cooking with the Vegan Zombie, the first one that we used for all of our videos after that. That was an accident, by the way. It was unintended that was going to be. Once he did it, I was like, I'm going to use that for every video now. Every time we do a cooking video, it's going to be Cooking with the Vegan Zombie. I have not tried the Impossible Whopper from Burger King. Well, guys, if you go over and give this video a thumbs up, that would be cool. I think I still have a MySpace account. I don't know if I know the password to get in. I don't even think it's the same anymore. I think it's just for music. My first video, the first cooking there's a couple of videos that are the first video. Like the first video I put up is actually just some random stuff that I was just trying to learn for my editing software, doing some visual effects. But the first cooking video we ever did is it's stuffed shells. So Vegan Zombie stuffed shells. And then the second one, so I filmed like 3 or 4 videos on the same day. So, and I forgot about that, but I was looking for them all the other day. So like I found all the raw footage, and it's pretty funny because it's so long ago. But yeah, we filmed like 4 or 5 on the same day, which I did like blueberry pancakes, seitan, and a couple other ones. And then I just edited them within the next month or two. Because back in the day, we used to only upload, like 1 video a month when it first came out. And then it was just really fun. What did we use for the stuffed shells? We made our own. We just made our own like meaty, cheesy mixture stuffing in some stuffed shells, like the big jumbo shells. We have our own. We have a few different recipes for seitan, and then blueberry pancakes and a tofu scramble. See, I think the problem was back then is we also did elephant garlic on toast, on like bread, baguette. I think all within the same video. So instead of breaking it down to make like separate videos, we just did it all in one video. So the first video was like baguette plus like the elephant garlic on the baguette, stuffed shells, and then the tofu scramble was also with blueberry pancakes, which that could have been 2 videos. But hey, we didn't know. There was no vegan cooking shows on YouTube at the time. Like, think about that. Think about how many cooking shows are on YouTube right now. There was none when we started. It was like nobody was doing any kind of cooking on YouTube. Yeah, Chipotle is, I like Chipotle because I can watch them make my food. And it's pretty, they're pretty healthy ingredients. Might be a little high in sodium, but most of the ingredients are pretty good. What's my favorite store-bought vegan burger ever? I used to like a burger that does not exist anymore called Harvest Burger. And if you guys have had that, then you've been vegan for a long time, because it was like 20 years ago, 20 or more years. Actually, probably when I first went vegan, 25 years ago. And and then they got bought out, and then they got changed, and then they just went away altogether. Those were my favorite. I would eat like 2 of those every day when I first went vegan. But nowadays, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, the Beyond Burger is good, but it's not something that I crave or want to eat all the time. Just because I know it's got like a lot of oils and stuff in it. How old am I? I'm old. See, I'm already turned into a corpse. Cameron says I've had this account since 2010 or so. Yeah, the good old days. Cassiana had a possible burger today. How was it? Cameron has a falafel addiction. I had falafel just a few days ago. The whole family went out. Julie just turned 39. Happy birthday, Julie. Rod and Raven had a bad experience being vegan. Like, what happened? The B12 thing, B12 is not found in animals or plants. It's actually microbes in the ground. But there's several ways you can get your B12. So if that's what the doctor said it was. Oh, Mel, we're almost the same age. Oh, so you take vitamins now and you feel better? I pronounced your name right. Now I got to remember how I pronounced it. Cassiana? So if you're low on B12, you can take supplements. Maybe you weren't eating things that were supplemented with B12 maybe. My B12 is right where it should be, but I've always had like vegan milks that were supplemented with B12s and stuff. If you need to, there's vitamins out there. Herbaland has a really good one. It's like a vegan gummy, and it's like a D3 and a B12 all in one. And they're really good. You got to try not to eat them all because they taste like gummies. They're so good. But anyway, Nutritional Yeast is one. I have a picture, Mike, of the Harvest Burger. But yeah, I would love to have Harvest Burgers again. They were so good. I would make them, and then I would. Here's how I would make them, and I have actual pictures of me making them back in the day. And this is funny because John was there one of those days watching, and I was not friends with John at this point because John was my youngest brother's friend. So I was like 18 or 19 and he was only like 12 or something, and he was hanging out with my brother and I was with my friends. I was making vegan food in the kitchen, and he says that he remembered that specifically, and I showed him the picture and he goes, "Oh my God, you have a picture of my exact memory." And I was like, yeah, that's it. And this is back when, I was using Veganase too. And back then, so Veganase now comes in like a regular, Veganase jar with a plastic top. Back then it was a metal lid. And so I would make my burgers on like a skillet. And I would also toast some, I would eat it on a bagel. So I would have a bagel and I would cook that all up nice. On the same skillet, and then I would use my Veganase, and this is before vegan cheese was a thing, so I would just eat it like that, and it was delicious. And then a few years later on, the first vegan cheese that really came out that was really good were the Tofu singles, which you can't find them a lot of places now, but they are they're still one of the best ones. They're really, really good. They taste like, those American cheese where you like open it with the plastic and stuff and you put it on. That's what it was. They have a white one and an orange one. And if you can find those, get them. They're good. I used to make pizzas with those before Day or anything came out. Cameron, I like the Amy's vegan margarita pizza. It's really good. Did I visit the vegan butcher? You mean the herbivorous butcher? The vegan butchers? If that's what you mean, yes, I've been there. I know them. But if not, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, doctors don't really have a lot of. Most doctors don't usually have a lot of education in like the nutrition and supplement field. Do I ever talk to people? Well, once I find out if they've been vegan longer than me, I just don't talk to them. No, I'm totally kidding. Yeah, I've talked to people that are vegan longer than me. It's not common because I haven't really met too many people that have been vegan longer than me, but there's definitely people out there. Like I said, River Phoenix's godmother has been vegan for 40 years, so I asked her a bunch of questions. I interviewed Moby, and he's been vegan for 30 plus years. It's very hot and humid here right now. Yeah, that's how it gets here in New York. It's like hot, but it's been getting cold at night. Yeah, the Go Veggie ones, Mel, were like the worst. And I thought they were doing a disservice to veganism because if somebody wasn't vegan and tried like Go Veggie cheese, they'd be like, wow, this is disgusting. I'm never going to try vegan cheese again. I can't be vegan. So, but that's not the case because there's a lot of other cheeses out there that are really good. But the Tofuti ones, unlike those ones, are really good. And they still have them at some places. You just got to know where to shop. I think around here, like Tops or Price Chopper has them. And then when I was on the West Coast, I think Kroger had them. I think it was Kroger. I did a video with Vince Leah, and we went to one of those grocery stores. I think it was Kroger. Yeah, the Vegan Butcher Shop in Minneapolis. Yeah, I know. Cal and Aubrey. They own that. Steph has been vegan for 30 years. Awesome. Congrats. So you know what we're talking about here. When I'm talking about the old stuff, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what? I really need this. This camera, this webcam is horrible. I really need to fix that and figure that out and really get. I mean, this looks horrible right now, and I apologize, but I'm trying to figure everything out. I want this office to look good. So this is actually a dark gray. It's neither blue or what else did you say? But yeah, it's not black or blue. It's actually dark gray. I want to get some lights and stuff. This whole video my face is all washed out. It really looks bad. And this camera was supposed to be a good camera, but it's not. So I need to fix that. Weave Magic. Yeah, I'm still here. We're going a little bit long tonight. We're at an hour and a half right now. So you decided to grow broccoli sprouts in a mason jar. That sounds cool. I was actually just watching a video the other day of someone doing sprouts in a mason jar. Yeah, I love the Tofuti cream cheese, Mel. It's really good. Their vegan butcher meat is very good. Yes. I stopped there on the way to Standing Rock, and they really hooked us up, and they gave us some nice sandwiches with the vegan meats on it. And they recently just sent me some of their jerky, which what I could just eat. I ate a whole pack. Okay, it's good. Yeah, I think I have had macro bars. My favorite of the bars are the 22 Days Nutrition. I really like those. Um, Sometimes the Builder bars. Vegan 35. Yeah, 25 years ago, it was hard to find vegan stuff. It was far and few between to find vegan stuff, and there was nothing that was labeled vegan. Like there was no certified V for approval on anything. 24 hours stream confirmed. Do I ever grow my own food? No, I haven't. My yard is I have a crappy yard. John, on the other hand, my yard is swampy. I mean, it's just all. I haven't grown anything here. No. Um, John has a little garden where he grows stuff. He's got a better yard for that. If I had a different yard, I definitely would do that. Plus, I'm not. Sometimes I go away for long periods of time, so I can't maintain it. Heather says, "Thank you for being." I mean, I wouldn't be any other person. This is who I am. Thanks. I have tried Kite Hill, but I still like Tofuti best. Oh, but Follow Your Heart just came out with one, and it's pretty close. It's really good. It's probably my second favorite. Hello from Kansas, the herbivore life. I know, Cameron. The 22-day nutrition products. I'm not sure what's going on. I know they're coming out with a new vanilla. They're supposed to send me it when it comes out, but I'm out as well. So, and I can't find it in the stores right now, and it is my favorite. So I'm like trying to figure this out and to get some more. Um, and I'm not sure what I mean. I do have other through my travels. I've gained other protein powders and stuff like at expos and stuff. So, but my favorite one I'm pretty much out of right now. Do I know my neighbors? No, not well. I have neighbors across the street that I always wave to whenever I go outside. Um, and that's about it. The Vienna sausage snacks. Yeah, the little tiny ones. Oh, that's nice. That's kind of you, Peter. Thank you. Yeah, the Follow Your Heart yogurts are probably my favorite. They are good. We did a yogurt taste test, and I think those were our favorite ones. Cesar and me. We got like what 29 yogurts. All these hummus went up to $2. I just tried their ranch hummus for the first time last night. It was pretty good. You never had tofu? What? Straight edge vegan, Belle. I have some soy free tofu downstairs right now. I need to cook with that. I need to try it out. But you need to try tofu. I mean, you don't have to try tofu, but you should. My favorite chicken nuggets right now are the Morningstar. Ever since they made their vegan ones again, finally, those have been my favorites. Long day, just got home to some YouTube. Yeah, I hear that. It's nice to get home and unwind and relax. Long day at the sanctuary. I'm good. How are you? I wasn't with Craig when I tried the ranch hummus, but I was with him when I bought it. Carrie never had tofu either. All right, you guys need to go get some tofu. You need to get the right kind, though. You get the extra firm tofu. Make sure it's not silken tofu. And then follow my recipe on my Vegan Zombie channel, how to cook tofu right. Do it. And then make some tofu scramble. Also follow my recipe. Loaded tofu scramble. You're welcome. Ooh, I don't like the Greek yogurt. I did not like it at all. Are the Morningstar gluten-free? I don't believe so. They might have something gluten-free, but I don't know. Becca chicken? Oh, the Vienna jerky sausage sticks. They're from Germany, right? I think I've met the owner. When I was in Germany. There is 2 Chris's here. You can just call me Zombie if you want. I'm Chris, but yeah, celiac can definitely complicate things. Oh, the vegan Morningstar corn dogs. We were just talking about corn dogs earlier. Burb chicka burb. Didn't start eating tofu until my videos. Awesome. Glad to hear that. 365 tofu is good. I don't have a 365 near me. I did a video there though when I was in California. Yeah, so if you rewatched Eternal Philo, if you rewatch the tofu scramble, I have a couple of them. Watch the one that's the loaded tofu scramble, like the newer one, which is still like 3 or 4 years old, but do that one. Is it possible to eat too much tofu? You end up dying if you ate too much tofu because there's no too much. Like, tofu is completely healthy and fine for you. Everyone says stay away from soy, so unless you're one of the very rare people that are actually allergic to soy, tofu, there's nothing wrong with tofu. A lot of people say it has estrogen in it, and it does not. It's got a phytoestrogen, which is chemically different. Soy is actually good for you. And if you want to know more on that from other than somebody like me, just some dude on YouTube, check out Dr. Gregor on nutritionfacts.org, and he covers a lot about it too. Plus, I can tell you from experience, I've been eating a lot of tofu for 30 years, and I'm completely fine. Have I tried the Better Brownie? Is that the brownie hummus? Or the Better Brownie? Tabitha loves the shirt. Hey, Green Life Productions. I have never visited England, but I want to. The only place in Europe I've ever been is Germany. Are you even vegan if you don't eat tofu? Good question. I think you got to be vegan, or you got to eat tofu to be vegan, right? That's one of the criteria. Yeah, and tofu is like a complete protein. It's got all the protein. It's got like, what, 10 grams of protein just in a serving size of tofu. It's good. Indy the pup is downstairs. Chris has been eating tofu on the daily for about the past couple months. So you're definitely getting your protein. Where did I get this shirt? This is from a company called Harmless Threads. Actually, my friend owns the company, and it's pretty cool. I like it. And she's got like a ton of different awesome shirts. I still have a bunch of other ones that I'll be wearing on my T-shirt Thursdays, but I think if you guys want to check it out, I think you can get a coupon code by putting in zombie. I think that's correct. But anyway, eat plants, not animals. So animals, it's got all the animals, and over here all the plants. I mean, come on. We don't want to eat these guys. We want to eat this. We want these guys to just live their lives. You posted in your Insta story the better brownie. I'll have to check that out. The better brownie. Oh, somebody posted the Morningstar. Did you post it today or was it posted before? Do I have eBay? Do I have eBay? Do I have eBay? Isn't eBay... I'm not the owner of eBay. I wish I was. I've used eBay before, but it never works. So, like, I stopped using it. Anytime I try to sell something, it just didn't sell. So I stopped doing it. Oh, wait, the Trader Joe's has the dark chocolate sunflower buttercups. Yes, and also Free to Be also has those. Oh, before, okay. Can I come to Ann Arbor in October for the zombie fun run through the woods? Ooh, that sounds fun. I'll be presenting at my hometown, Syracuse Veg Fest, for the first time. Syracuse is doing a Veg Fest this year. And it pretty much is the first one. I mean, we used to have them a long time ago, but they weren't even anywhere near like what a Veg Fest was. But we haven't had one in many, many years, so I'm excited. Not as easy to sell on. I have a few things I need to sell. They probably are way out of date now. Rodden says, I really don't trust the fast food places selling vegan food. I don't either. But like I said in my Impossible video, that I think that it's great for veganism, but not for vegans. Like personally, I don't want my food prepared in KFC. Like that really, do I want to say gives me anxiety? I don't know. I don't feel like I'm one that gets anxiety really, but that really, I wouldn't eat it. I mean, I would literally have to go back there and make it myself, and I wouldn't want to be back there. But anyway, what's up with all this collagen plant protein? What's it for? So it's not collagen plant protein. I think it's collagen booster is what it is. So it's supposed to boost your own collagen making process for your body. So that's what I was told, because I mistakenly said collagen protein, but it's not. It's a collagen booster. So yeah, we want to support the companies that, like, I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody not to eat it, but I think it's not there for vegans, to be honest with you. I think it's there for non-vegans to try this stuff out, because honestly, I don't see as a vegan anybody wanting to eat something out of KFC or Burger King. I know people are doing it, but for me, it grosses me out that my food is prepared in a place that is so, like, I mean, you set it on any kind of counter, you're going to get it cross-contaminated. It's maybe I'm just a huge germ freak, but to me, I couldn't do it. And especially with chicken, it's so like easy to contaminate things. And like I said, I think it's great that they're doing this, that these huge chains are offering something that's plant-based. And, you know, maybe people want to try this. Maybe people that would normally eat the chicken or normally eat a regular Whopper are now going to eat the Impossible Whopper or something. Now, it's not a health food, but it is better for you than the meat that they're eating. I mean, that's just a fact. It's definitely not a health food, but it's not going to give you the things that meat are going to give you. It's just not going to do that because it's made from plants. Processed as it is, it's still a little bit better for you. So I could see people wanting to try that out for whatever reason, maybe for health reasons, maybe to try it out, and maybe that's going to get them to maybe say, okay, I'm not gonna make fun of vegan food anymore because I just ate that and it's good. And I know I said this in another video too, but vegans, although we are our population is growing every year, like a lot, which is awesome. We're still a major minority amongst the population of, like, let's just talk about here in the United States. So we're just a small fraction of the entire population. So I think it's safe to say, no matter what people might see going on behind the scenes, well, I personally saw this or I personally saw that. I think that more non-vegans are eating the vegan burger, trying it out for whatever reason. They heard about it, or maybe they just, oh, Impossible? That sounds pretty interesting. Let me try it. There's more people doing that than there are vegans flocking and eating it. So, like I said, I think it's not made for vegans, but it's great that they have this there because it's great for veganism, if you understand what I'm saying. How do vegans get B12? So B12 is only found in microbes in the ground. There's several ways you can get it. You can get it through fortified foods. You can get it through supplementation. You can get shots. Personally, I never really worried about my B12, and when I got my blood test, I was fine. I was well within the high area of B12, and I think I probably got all my B12 from the foods that I ate. And a lot of plant-based milks are fortified with B12, and I would drink a lot of plant-based milks, whether I was eating like a smoothie with the milk in it, or cereal or oatmeal with milk in it, or whatever. I was probably getting enough of that. Also, nutritional yeast. Sometimes you can absorb it through nutritional yeast, which nutritional yeast usually has B12. So a lot of vegans cook with their food and add nutritional yeast to their food. So that's another way you can get it. And some people, especially like I think like a lot of raw vegans that can't get it certain ways, they get shots. And then there's vitamins or supplementation that way, which isn't bad too. You can have like a sublingual liquid or like a gummy. Like I have gummies downstairs now just because they're good, and let's see. FBI, what's going on? Did I miss something? Do I have to go? FBI? Who finished Mindhunter? They ate squeals in front of the vegan stand. You mean, did they eat squirrels? Your brother tried the Impossible because he thought it was a bigger Whopper. That's awesome. Did he like it? See, they need to just sell it in the store so people can so vegans primarily can just go buy it themselves and make their own versions of it. Like make their own Whopper that is like contamination free or whatever. And like I was saying, Jorge, yeah, I do eat cereals sometimes. I found one that I really liked, and it was going out of business. It was the last ones they had, so they were like on sale for like $1.92. So I bought like every box I could. It was like a Barbara's something medley, fiber medley or whatever, and it pretty much fit the Esselstyn diet that I was doing. So I bought a lot of that, and I was eating that with the oat milk, which, by the way, for those of you wondering, the white carton is oil free. So that one is the one I was using with it. But I'm out of that now, so I haven't had cereal in a while. Sometimes if I'm like looking to splurge or just eat something cereal wise, I like the Panda Puffs by, what's that? I forget the name of the company. Panda Puffs, but they're like a gluten-free vegan peanut butter chocolate cereal, but that's rare. Linda, try oat milk. I really like oat milk. It's my favorite right now. My favorite used to be rice milk, way back in the day, and then I tried what is it? Flax milk. That was really good. And now, personally, I pretty much only drink oat milk. My blood is perfect, and I donate regularly. My blood is also perfect, and I'm excited to do the video to show you guys proof. Although I hate needles. Yeah, exactly. So B12 is not a vegan. B12 deficiency is not a vegan thing. It's across the board, non-vegans and vegans. Actually, there's more non-vegans that are B12 deficient than there are vegans. So, Nature's Path, Panda Puffs. You got that, produce. And also, the video I'm editing now, Macy and Katie have their bows and socks. So, you'll know what that means. What did you miss? Effervescent. We've talked about everything from unboxing to the rainforest to Impossible Burgers and KFC chicken to horror movies and all kinds of stuff. Should we start over? Just kidding. So the first vegan milk I ever had was I was a vegetarian. It was right before I went vegan, and I was with a friend. So my friend, his house caught on fire. His dad was trying to take paint off or something with a heat gun, and it ended up catching on fire. So their insurance put him up in a hotel that was like a big hotel that had a kitchen and all that stuff. And I was still pretty young. I was like maybe 15 or 16. So and I stayed over there with him and his family one night, and then the next morning we went for breakfast. Okay, so he had a little carton of vanilla rice milk with him, and I had never tried vegan milk before. And we went to breakfast and we grabbed some cereal and we put that on it, and that was my favorite. I loved it, and so I would only buy vanilla rice milk from Rice Dream for a long time, and still to this day it's one of my favorites. I love it. However, I kind of replaced it with Oatly. But if there's no Oatly around and you give me vanilla rice milk, I will definitely drink that. So anyways, for what, almost 30 years now, I've been drinking that. And that's when I first tried it, and that was it. And then when I remember when I moved to Florida, this was the first time in my life I had been living on my own, away from my parents. I would go to the natural food store, which at the time, I don't know if it's still there, but it was called the Granary. And I would buy like a whole case of that rice milk and just like big case of it, bring it home. And, it doesn't have to be refrigerated. So whenever I was ready to open a new one, I would just put it in the refrigerator, and there you go. And that was what I did. What was a heat gun? It was just like, I don't know. I didn't see him do it, but this is what they told me. I think it's just almost like a little flamethrower. So that was bad that they did that. Yes, the Silk Very Vanilla was just as good as I thought it was back in the day. So, yeah, very good. Although the Silk Vanilla I don't really like, but I can drink it. And then the Silk other ones I don't like. So that's the thing that I always tell people. Like, they're like, well, I wanted to try vegan, and I tried the cheese and I didn't like it, and I tried the milk and I didn't like it. I'm like, well, wait a minute, what did you try? Because there's a countless amount of different vegan milks and vegan cheeses. And there's some that I don't like either. So if I were to try something and say I don't like it, I can't just say like all vegan cheese is bad or all vegan milks are bad, because there's a lot of them I don't like myself. So you got to try something else. In fact, there's a lot of vegan milks I don't like. There's like a small amount that I do really like. So that's why I stick to the ones I like. Costco used to sell rice milk. No, I did a video at Costco like probably almost 2 years ago, and I never edited it. So there'd be no point right now to edit it. I mean, I could, but like they have a lot of stuff there that they don't have anymore. Tabitha says, when did I live in Florida and what part? In 1995, I moved to Sarasota, Florida, and I lived there for 2 years. I lived in St. Pete for just a few months, and then I moved home, and then I went back down again in 2000, and I went to school at University of Florida, and that was it. That was it for Florida. Haven't really been back since, except for when I went to the vegan cruise. Grimes, that's completely correct. You don't have to consume vegan milk and vegan cheese to be a vegan. In fact, all you have to do to be a vegan is not exploit animals and not consume or wear animals, and you could eat French fries and drink soda. Yeah, no, I agree, Effervescent. I like soy milk, but I get full really quickly from it. So when I drink my smoothie, it fills me up, but that's good because I usually drink it the first meal of my day, and it holds me off for a good part of the day before I get hungry again. Yeah, I know if you guys have to get going, we've been on for over 2 hours now, so if anybody has to go, thanks for watching and hope to see you again. We only do these live streams on this channel, the main channel, probably once a month. So I try to keep them lower for whatever reason. Whenever I do a live stream, I lose followers. So I try to do the live streams over on the other channel. But this one was for the Vegan Cuts box. And, we do the Vegan Cuts box every month, and then we do Q&A. So you guys, it's almost 9 o'clock. Do I have many videos that I film but don't post? Yeah, there's a bit. There, not a whole lot, but yeah, there's definitely some out there. When I did the Costco video, they didn't have those burgers they have there. They might be like kind of like the Beyond Burgers, but they ended up getting those after that. So that was a while ago. Philip tried making his own almond milk. Yeah, I make almond milk every once in a while. It comes out pretty good. Wait, what did... I'm trying to... I probably missed some questions here, guys. Yeah, Mel, I should probably go back to Costco again. I don't have a membership there, so I have to go with my friend. Tabitha lived in Tampa and a few others back then too. That's cool. Maybe we crossed path before. Maybe Ybor City or something. Tampa. Oh no, Effervescent says, no, so once a month on this channel. So right now we're streaming from my main channel. So this is the Vegan Zombie channel, and I usually only do a live once every month for the Vegan Cuts box. I'd love to do it more, but for some reason, every time I do, I like lose hundreds of followers. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it on the other channel. So yeah, I think this channel is for like the videos that you guys are expecting to see, like the cooking videos and the shopping videos and stuff like that. So my other channel, I can go live on whenever, and I will be doing that on Wednesday. So let's see. Do I have eBay? Do I have eBay? Wait, is this deja vu? I should be the Crow for Halloween. I saw that in the theaters. That was sad. Not the movie, but you know what happened. I have a Blendtec. I don't have a Vitamix, although I would love a Vitamix. Costco to me seemed just exactly like BJ's here, and I don't know if you guys know what BJ's is, but oh yeah, we're doing yeah, thanks for reminding me. We're doing our Wednesday stream is going to be in the morning because John has to work at the fair, so we have to do another, I think probably around 11 o'clock. Have I seen the movie Us? I have not. Abby loves the videos. Thank you, Abby. What? My parents had a Vitamix, but my sister didn't let me have it. What? I can have your Vitamix. I don't want to take your Vitamix, but yeah, I really want a Vitamix. Maybe I can get Vitamix to give me one the next month when I go to Expo. If I go to Expo. Carrie had a BJ's there in the 80s. Wait, where's there? Do you like the band Blind Melon? I mean, I'm not really a fan. I mean, hearing the music takes me back to high school. I think I was a senior in high school when No Rain came out. Greenleaf, thanks for watching. Take care. I got to check out Us. Yeah. His name was Shannon, I believe, the singer of Blind Melon. I have seen the Avengers Endgame. I liked it. So you're talking about the restaurant BJ's Big Boy? That's not what I'm talking about. Philip says Ninja's supposed to be well, I can give you guys my personal review on the blenders if you guys want. It's not that I'm not happy with the Blendtec. I've had the Blendtec for years now. Ooh, somebody's dressed as a zombie for Halloween. My favorite band of all time is The Cure. I love Coheed and Cambria. I like Mineral. I like a lot of music. I can't even name them all. Get Out is a great... I saw Get Out. I have not seen the Shazam movie, no. So real quick. It's funny, so Julie had a typo. She said Shannon Kuhn, which is funny because I know somebody named Shannon Kuhn. Okay, so for blenders, I had a Ninja, and then I had a Blendtec, and I've used a lot of Vitamixes. So here's what I think. I think the the Ninja is the cheapest one you can buy. So if you want an affordable blender, you can get a Ninja. It definitely works. It gets the job done. Um, it's harder to clean because of the weird blade. You got to be careful you don't cut yourself on it. But as far like this is how I explain it. Like so if you're gonna blend up like something like dates or something, no matter how long I would blend it in the Ninja, it wouldn't pulverize it all the way, which isn't a bad thing because I actually enjoy eating chunky dates in my smoothies and stuff like that. But it won't get that job done. A Blendtec will get that done. It'll pulverize everything. Everything will be smooth and creamy, and it's very easy to clean. But for some reason it takes a little bit longer than the Vitamix. So the Vitamix will get everything done in no time, within a matter of seconds, and it's about as expensive or a little bit more expensive than Blendtec. I think they're about the same, and it's easy to clean, but it's like the second easiest to clean. So the Blendtec's the easiest because all you have to do is a square bottom, and that's it. The Vitamix, if you're trying to save time, go with the Blendtec. Well, if you're trying to save time with cleaning, go with the Blendtec. If you're trying to save time getting the job done, go with the Vitamix. It's a little bit harder to clean because it goes down to a narrower base, and then you also got the stomper thing. So there you go. Ooh, a bullet too. I think my mom uses a bullet. I never liked raisins. Wait, what did I miss here? What did I miss? Oh yeah, Julie, Coheed Live. I actually have on one of my other channels. I filmed Coheed playing live. I've seen him live 3 times, and I never go to shows because I like hate being around lots of people. But I saw them live 3 times. It's pretty awesome. Vegan Metalhead, we're the same age. Cameron, same. I don't really like dates on their own either, but they're good if you dip them in peanut butter. I do have a juicer, Chris. I have TriBest Life. I have a Slow Star juicer, which juices pretty awesome, but it's like I hate cleaning it. You guys are making me hungry. All this food talk. You know what I had for lunch? A good old peanut butter and jelly on some Heidelberg bread. I just felt like a peanut butter and jelly. No, I actually love grapes. I was snacking on grapes last night. I don't like raisins. I mean, if I had to eat either a raisin or a mushroom, I would definitely eat a raisin. But yeah. Okay, you're making me hungry. Linda, that is correct. I didn't. Maybe did I say that? I would have almond butter and jelly as well, but almond butter is way too expensive. Although, wait, I did get one of you guys sent me that. Do I still have it? It's right there. Oh my god, I can't wait to have that. The nutso butter. We got a lot of us in here. We're all herbivore life. What month is your birthday? You went on a 13-day fast. Yeah, you got to be careful. Your kidneys started to shut down. That sucks. All right, you guys are officially making me hungry. Have you guys seen anything good on Netflix lately? I watched Mindhunter, and I'm currently watching Another Life, some sci-fi movie. I look like a university student. I do. I love ramen noodles. One of my favorite places to eat in LA is Ramen Hood. All vegan ramen noodles, and they got the vegan egg there too. Not that I crave eating a vegan egg, but they do have it. Do I do much recreational reading? No, I don't. I don't really have time. I'm always either researching things to like for my videos or something, or for the movie, or for like to make the videos better or whatever. So I'm always researching stuff. So I'm always like technically reading, but I haven't really picked up a book and read lately. Yeah, I love sci-fi too. I was trying to look for something. I do have Amazon Prime. Actually, I'm in a movie on Amazon Prime, and I didn't even realize it was on there. And it's only like a 6-minute movie, but if you have Amazon Prime, look up Crucible, and you'll see me in there. I mean, it's hard to see me. I'm like a SWAT guy, and I come in and I arrest somebody. I have short hair there because it was like 8 years ago or something. Oh yeah, I want to see the Dark Crystal too. I loved that as a kid. I haven't seen The Blacklist. I haven't listened to any podcast in a long time. What I used to listen to is the No Sleep podcast, which is a horror-related one. Do I identify as an introvert or an extrovert? Well, if you asked me that like 10 years ago, I would definitely be an introvert, but I think I'm now an extroverted introvert. I can be an extrovert now. I can mask the discomfort. I'm a good actor as far as that goes. Oh, that's a good video. I love that video, Mel, of Cesar and me eating the ramen noodles. And then right next to that was back to the peanut butter and jelly, that peanut butter and jelly place where they do the press and it's like an Uncrustable. And they have all those delicious things to put in it. Oh my God. Next time I go there and they do the crust thing, they usually take the crust and they use it for their croutons they make. I'm going to ask them if I can have it because that crust looks really good. Yes, I'm also in an episode of Monk. Monk Takes New York in Times Square. Phillips in the movie 54. What's 54? Is that Studio 54? I do watch The Walking Dead. You know what? I don't think I'm caught up on the last season though. I didn't see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood though, but I do want to see it. I haven't been to the movie theater to watch anything in a long time. No, not The Crucible. I think it's just Crucible. We're not talking about the witch trials. It's something completely different. It's like a 6-minute short film. It's like an artsy short film, like futuristic. Yeah, PB&J LA. I want to go back there. Yeah. Linda's and Debbie does Dallas. Oh, that's... Wait, so how old are you? LA vegan food. Yes. Been watching, or rather falling asleep to the Batman Butler series. I don't know about that. It sounds cool, though. Blast from the past. Oh, man. Okay, yeah. The 54. That's cool. I remember when that came out. Wasn't Chloe Sevigny in that? Okay. Oh, cool. So Tabitha, you live in Atlanta? Because that's where they filmed The Walking Dead, right? Carrie says my dad had a picture with Joe Biden in 2014. I guess Joe Biden lived across from where my dad grew up, my grandma's house. That's where he was, like in the houses across the way, which I actually lived there too a couple years ago. Captain Marvel. I didn't see that movie. You took Rod Stewart's passport photo in '89? Well, we're going on almost 2.5 hours here. Maybe next time I should have dinner ready with me so I can eat it right on camera. Did not see the new Lion King either. I'm trying... Has anybody seen any like good horror movies on like Netflix or anything? Like newer ones? Like there's nothing that really... They just don't make them like they used to. Chris, you are connected to everyone. You are some kind of non-human. I guess we'll stick with a vampire. Well, maybe. 24-hour stream. The pups are fine. I just heard them like rattling around down there. Spider-Man was... When growing up, Spider-Man was like my favorite superhero ever. And I used to watch the original, like... do you guys remember the original? Like, it wasn't a cartoon. It wasn't anime. It was like an actual... He'd be like wearing this pajama stuff, like he was Spider-Man. It was a long time ago, probably like 70s or something. Yeah, The Haunting of Hill House was pretty good, actually. Sometimes I imitate bent neck lady with my hair. By the way, I'm cutting my hair. I did see the new It movie. I wasn't a fan. You know what? I wasn't a fan of either one of the It's. I didn't like them. So, yeah, I want to go see the movie Us. Thank you, Weave. That's cool. If you ever see a good horror movie, let me know. Well, I hope everybody still is in the mood for like some kind of horror movie, zombie movies, because I'm making one. So hopefully you guys all watch it, even if you don't like zombie movies. I'm not sure if I remember the Star Trek Saturday Morning from the 70s. I am going to cut it. So which one? So one of you in here one of you sent me the video on how to cut your own hair. Whoever that was, I actually watched that video, and I think I'm going to do it. And maybe I'll do a video of me doing it for the first time. I'll do a video of me cutting my own hair. How short? I don't know. Maybe like up to maybe here or something, which is like a foot. I don't know. Hereditary was really interesting, and I think it could have been awesome. It was pretty scary, and then all of a sudden in the end was like, what the heck what did you do to this movie? It's like you had a great concept, and all of a sudden, what did you do? That's how I felt about Hereditary. I thought it was awesome, and then all of a sudden, you guys. I will. I'm going to cut my hair on camera. I mean, if I'm going to do it, I might as well make a video about it, right? I have to. Like, my hair is so long. Like, it's got to, I got it down to my butt. It's so long. And, it sucks when I sleep, because when I sleep, like, I have to, like, physically grab it, and so I'm not laying on it. And I don't remember having to do that when it was, like, only down to here. So, no, I would never dreadlock it. I'm always trying to comb the snarls out of it as it is, so. The Norwegian film Thelma. Did I see that? I don't think so. Oh, I still need to watch the one that the scene that I'm always remembering from a kid, Haunting of Hill House, I think, or one of those. But the black and white one, though. Did I watch Sanctuary? No, where can I find that? What is it about? Have I been to a barber in like 30 years? No. I got my hair cut by my friend's friend in LA, who's a hairstylist out there. And that was the last time I got my hair cut. That was like 3 years ago, maybe. Almost 3 years ago. And that's the only time I cut my hair since I started growing it like 7 years ago. So, but it's time. I gotta cut it. Because even when I put it back in a bun, there's still like a ton of it sticking out. Show us your hair. It's long. You can't really even tell how long it is until. That's how long my hair is. Can you see? It's pretty long. So, yeah. I think I'm going to cut it to maybe like there, maybe? So that would be... Is that much? Is it too long? My hair looks greasy right now, too. What makes me happy? Lots of things. Making videos, seeing family, nostalgic memories. Yeah, it's at the point right now where like I don't like if I'm in a room with other people, it's rare to find somebody that has longer hair than me. So that's pretty long, you know. Or if I go out somewhere and I see somebody with long hair, I'm like, oh, they actually have longer hair than me. Well, the thing is about that, the video of cutting your own hair is you can bring it down and snip it and then see how it looks. And then you can cut more and more. So I'm going to do it like little at a time to see how it looks. And then maybe I'll just freak out and just grab and do the Britney, But I probably won't do that because it took so long to grow this. And for the majority of my life, I had a buzz cut. Nostalgia does make me sad too, but it makes me happy and sad. It's two of the same things, you know. It's like I'm happy that I have this memory, but at the same time, it's gone forever. I can never go back ever, and that's a very sad feeling for me. Tabitha's trying to get. How long is yours now? During the first years as a vegan, how did you deal with family that isn't so accepting of the lifestyle? How did they deal with me is what you really want to ask. Yeah, I was unapologetic. I didn't have anybody to answer to as to why I ate or didn't eat certain things. So, yeah, it turned out that they all followed suit like 30 years later. So, I just did it. They didn't support me at first, which was, I still did what I was going to do, but like my mom would make dinner for everybody, but there was nothing I could eat. So she didn't make extra food for me. It wasn't until my two younger brothers went vegetarian too, and then she started making food for all of us, like vegetarian food. And now she's like always making vegan food. Like she just texted me a couple days ago. She was so excited. She's like, Chris, look what I made. I made this vegetable, like, let me find it. She sent me a picture of it. Where is it? She sent it to all of us, actually. Like, is this all of us? She was so happy. And it looked really good, too. I'm in so many different, maybe it's this one. Nope. Maybe it's this one. Anyway. Not that one. Where'd it go? Maybe she just sent it to me on her own. Conspiracy. Somebody broke into my phone and I can't find anything. Oh, here it is right here. It was just like, well, there it is. Anyway, it's hard to see it on there, but there's like zucchini and different veggies, and it looks really good. And she was excited that she made that. So just stick with it and like keep trying. Like my mom was like, I hate tofu. I hate the feel of it. I hate it. She would not eat tofu, and then one day I just made this I went over there, I think it was like Christmas morning or something. I went over there and I made breakfast for everybody. And I didn't even ask her to eat it because I knew she hated tofu, but she wanted it and she tried it and she loved it. And sure enough, she loves tofu now. And it's funny because she found this this Chinese place not too far from her house where she gets General Tso's tofu. She tried it and she loved it, so she orders that now. And it's so funny because she calls it Jennifer Tso's tofu. Like, no, Mom, it's General Tso's tofu. She can't say it. She's like, Jennifer. No, it's not Jennifer. Impossible Burger is impossible to find because I think right now they're only selling it to like restaurants and stuff like that. So I don't know if you can actually buy it anywhere. I think it's like a wholesale for restaurants because I know there's different restaurants out there, including Burger King, that uses it, which means they're probably mass producing a lot of it in order to keep up with that one. You can never get the proper, complete nutrition without meat. So maybe he didn't want to argue about it because he knew it was a losing argument for himself. Jennifer Toes. Well, what do you guys think? This seems like a good time to say goodnight. No, I think they're talking about the Impossible meat, not the Beyond Meat. All right, everybody. That was a good unboxing video, wasn't it? You guys remember when we did that a couple hours ago? Almost forgot about it. Anyway, thanks for watching the live stream. I will be live with John on the other channel, The Vegan Zombie 2, on Wednesday morning at 11. And if you guys haven't already, check out my latest video that I posted earlier today, which is deep fried Oreos from Fair Food, the New York State Fair Food. So that inspired me to make some veganized junk food. So stay safe, watch out for zombies, and I'll see you guys next time.